So, I'm starting this series, the best metal albums of a particular year. This is all thanks to Bryce Talks Metal, Pair of Jeans, who actually inspired me with their videos to create one of my own videos of the best metal albums. Since we are slowly changing our channel again, I started to look towards the history of metal, you could say. And of course, today we are focusing on the year 2004. And believe it or not, 2004, we had a great year in metal. We're going to honorable mentions, and then I'm going to give you my top 10 best metal albums of 2004. Honorable mentions goes through Rhapsody, Symphony of Enchanted Lands to The Dark Secrets. This album is a pretty good album. It's a power metal progressive album, and I just really do enjoy most of the songs. So Christopher Lee is also featured on this album, and you know what? It's a pretty solid LP for what it is. This was the last Rhapsody album before they changed their name to Rhapsody of Fire. We're now going to Rammstein, Rise, Rise. Rise, Rise is such an awesome album by Rammstein, absolutely love it. Although I feel that Mutter is still a very strong album, Rammstein, Rise, Rise definitely changed their sound, providing songs like Stein Stein and Morgenstern. This is a pretty good album, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. Next up is Lord Belial, The Seal of Belial. This was very close to making my top 10, but I just feel there are other better Lord Belial albums, and there are much better albums than The Seal of Belial. This focuses more on that melodic death style by Lord Belial, although it still has that blackened death element. This is a good black metal album, and a lot of people argue this is melodic death metal. They do have elements of melodic death metal on this LP, but I still call it black metal. I just really enjoy most of the songs on this album. It's a pretty intense LP for what it is. But yeah, Lord Belial is in honorable mentions. Next up is Lamb of God. Ashes of the Awake is a classic by Lamb of God, but I just feel, you know what, Lamb of God don't really do it for me, unfortunately. I try to get into this band. I've seen them live, and I think they're absolutely fantastic live. And I've tried to get into their music. Lamb of God hasn't clicked for me yet. But Ashes of the Awake, you're still going to appreciate this album for what it is. Just remarkable songs as well. Love the guitar work. Really love his vocals. Finally, in honorable mentions is Enslaved, Issa. Good album by Enslaved. Very proggy. Elements of black metal. It's an awesome album overall, and I just really enjoy it. But again, there are other better albums than Enslaved, Issa. So now we move on to the top 10 of 2004 based on my opinion. And a lot of people will probably disagree, but you know what? This is my list and this is my channel. So this list is completely subjective. Let's get on with it. So coming in number 10 is Slipknot, Volume 3, Subliminal Verses. This is Slipknot's third album, and you know what? They took this album by storm. This was definitely one of the commercial successes by Slipknot. Just fantastic songs like The Blister Exists, got 3-0. Then you got Duality, Opium of the People, Welcome, Vermilion, Pulse of the Maggots. We are the Pulse of the Maggots. I love Pulse of the Maggots. The Nameless, The Virus of Life, Danger Keep Away. This is a pretty solid album by Slipknot, although not my favorite album by Slipknot. I still think this is better than the debut album by this band, and I think this is a very heavy sort of album by Slipknot, and it's a very mature album. But yeah, I really do enjoy it. So coming out at number 9 is Megadeth, The System Has Failed, and this is a fantastic LP overall. Dave Mustaine's vocals are very good, love the guitar work on this, just really enjoy the solos, love how melodic it is. Black Metal Universe is one of my favorite songs by Megadeth, got songs like Kick the Chair, Die Dead Enough, and Truth Be Told, Of Mice and Men, Shadow of Death. I love how thrashy it is. This is definitely better than the previous album, which was The World Needs a Hero, I think. That was an okay album, but this is a step better, and I just really do enjoy it. It's one of the best albums of 2004. The guitar work's magnificent, and it's a different sounding attitude by Megadeth. It's like they are finally getting back on track. System Fail is sitting at number 9. So, you know what also was released in 2004 was Nathrax's sophomore album, Dominio Estignis. This is a fantastic album overall, absolutely love it. Oblivion Gene, Do Not Speak is on it. Got songs like The Final, Destruction of Dignity, Swallow the World, This Cannot Be End, Rage Against the Dying Delight. So many solid songs on this LP. I think this is a pretty awesome album by Anel Nathrak, and it's one of my weakest albums by Anel Nathrak, but it's definitely one of the strongest releases in 2004. This is more of a black metal album, incorporate elements of grindcore, you could say, sort of a black and grind album, but yeah, this is when Dave incorporates cleaner vocals on this. His harsher vocals are just absolutely fucking insane, but I love the guitar riffs on this. The production's a little bit more dirtier than some other Anel Nathrak albums. But overall, Dominio Estignis is such a classic album by Anel Nathrak, and I'm so glad it was released in 2004. So, Mayhem released one of the best albums, Chimera. This is a fantastic black metal album, and I just had to put it in. Dark Night of the Soul is on it. My Death, I love that song, My Death. Sort of Dreams. This is a fantastic atmospheric black metal album. I think Maniac is the vocalist on this, and his vocals are fantastic. Love the guitar work. Really enjoyed the drumming, and it's just a very spooky sort of album. It's a very intense LP. It's definitely their best work since De Mysteriis Storms Astartes. But yeah, Mayhem, Chimera is one of the best albums of the year back in 2004. It's just the intensity on this, the visceral moments, the eruption of the guitars, the production is very good as well. But yeah, Chimera. Next up is Cradle of Filth, Nymphetamine. This is one of Cradle of Filth's commercial album, and you know what, this is still a very heavy LP. Nymphetamine Fex, Gilded Cunt, My Nemesis. There are some really awesome songs on Nymphetamine, and I just really do enjoy it, but I just feel that this album is slightly overrated, but it's definitely one of the best albums of 2004. It's still a very heavy album, even though it is a mainstream success. Love Nymphetamine Fix. It's so damn melodic. Danny Phil's vocals on this are just so damn good as well. Love the symphonic moments, the gothic elements. Just a really intense, dirgy album Cradle of Filth Nymphetamine is. Next up is Marduk, Plague Angel. This album is absolutely fantastic. This is a very intense black metal album by Marduk, and I just love just the crazy tremolo moments, the crazy guitar work, and his vocals are absolutely insane. You got The Throne of Rats, which is a classic, Life's Emblem, the songs like Death March, Everything Bleeds. Just so many good songs. It's an intense fucking album by Marduk, and yeah, it's one of the best albums of the year. Absolutely adore it. Love the album cover as well. Such an interesting concept, such an interesting theme. This is a very dark and intense black metal album. So Marduk is sitting at number 5. So now we go on to some melodic death, and we got some Viking themed metal. We got Amon Amarth, Fate of Norns. This was released in 2004, and holy shit, it is an absolute banger. Songs like The Pursuit of Vikings, Fate of Norns, got Arson, Once Sealed in Blood. This is a fantastic LP overall. It's catchy, it's melodic, and Johan Hegg's vocals are just absolutely insane. The guitar work, the melodies. It's been one of my favorite albums by Amon Amarth as well. I think this is a classic album by Amon Amarth. And you know what? The album after, which was When Odin's on Your Side, that's, in my opinion, slightly better than Fate of Norns. But Fate of Norns, what can I say, is just a brilliant, intense, melodic death metal album that everyone should listen to. My second favorite album of 2004 was Insomnium. Since the day it all came down, and this is a fantastic, again, melodic death metal album. Absolutely love it. Love the vocals, love the beautiful, beautiful acoustic moments on this. Just beautiful elements of blissful moments and then harsh moments as well. Great contrast between the heaviness and softness. Got songs like the self-titled track, Daughter of the Moon. Oh, I love that melody in Daughter of the Moon. Closing Words, Resonance is such a beautiful instrumental. Disengagement, Song of the Forlorn Sun is one of the catchiest Insomnium songs off any album, in my opinion. Absolutely love it. One of the best albums of 2004, one of the best albums of the 21st century. It's such a damn good fucking album. If I had to do best metal albums of the 21st century, I would put Insomnium, Since It All Came Down, in my top 10. I love this album. It is probably my favorite Insomnium album right now. Love it to bits. So my second favorite album of 2004 is none other than Druk and the album Autumn Aurora. This is a masterpiece by Druk. It really is one of my favorite albums by this band. Absolutely love it. This is the most atmospheric, most folky sort of album by Druk. You got songs like Summoning the Rain, Glare of Autumn, Sunwheel, Wind of the Night Forests, and then you got The First Snow. You can tell Paysage the Heaver, Mare Cognitum, Spectral Law were definitely inspired by Druk, especially the atmosphere. This is one of the most atmospheric black metal albums I have ever heard in my whole entire fucking life. It really is. The beautiful melodies you were getting on this are just infectious. The First Snow that has such beautiful melodies, beautiful guitar melodies. I think there are synths that build, and just beautiful guitar work as well. I love the guitar work, and his vocals are so damn shrieky and demonic at times, and it's just so damn good. It really is such an awesome fucking album. And finally, my number one album of 2004 and the best metal album of the year, it goes to Slave Shall Fucking Serve. It is Demigod by Behemoth. No doubt Demigod was going to win in 2004 as the best metal album. It's the most intense Behemoth album. These vocals are so damn demonic and guttural. Songs like Demigod, Conquer, or the Nephilim Rising, Before the Aeons Came. Then you got Slave Shall Serve, that incredible intro, the incredible intensity on that song as well. And you got the Reign of Shemsu Hor, one of the best Behemoth songs, one of the most underrated Behemoth song of all time. Absolutely love it. Demigod is just a perfect album by Behemoth. It is definitely a game changer for this band as well. Releasing other albums after Demigod, such as Apostasy, Evangelion, and then you got The Satanist, which is another masterpiece. But overall, Demigod by Behemoth is my number one album of 2004. So guys, this is a new series we're going to do. Comment below what year you want me to do next. Do you want me to do an 80s year? Do you want me to do something in the 80s, something in the 90s, something even in the 70s? Or even 2010s, I don't know. Comment below what you want. Let me know your favorite metal albums of 2004. I know I missed a few out as well. I know I missed Cannibal Corpse as well, Wretched Spawn. That was a great album. Also missed out on Killswitch Engage, The End of a Heartache. That was a good album as well. But I just feel these 10 albums I mentioned were the best metal albums of 2004. So let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.